Greetings, all humans and non-humans. My name is Laura, and this is Zollar Tarot and Art. And today what I'm going to be doing is reading your tarot and oracle cards and tying that into an image that I received in meditation. Today it's kind of a Halloween theme because we're in that season. So I specifically asked for an image that would be associated with Halloween and still convey the messages that you're needing to hear. So before I pull the cards, put those aside here, I'm going to go ahead and start on the image itself. So, and there was a song associated with this, and what I saw was like a spider web, and it definitely ties into what I feel like this message is about. And I will develop this over time. I will not finish this drawing during the reading, but you'll definitely see the finished piece because I'll tack it on to the end. I always finish it right after the reading for you. So yeah, I saw this sort of like sort of a very Halloweenish type of spider web. And hanging off of this spider web was, of course, you know, there's a spider right here, like almost like a, maybe like a black widow type spider. And spiders have multiple meanings, not always bad. In this case, I kind of have a feeling what this is going to be about, but because there was also like this piece hanging off here, and it was like there were bits hanging off, and there was like a, not a cocoon, but kind of a cocoon, because you know the spiders, when they capture their prey, they wrap it up into this. And the song that I was getting was by Queen. It was called I Want to Break Free. I want to break free. So you might want to look up that song and see what the lyrics say, but definitely it's a message about breaking free. Yeah, so I'm going to develop this drawing over time during the reading and then afterwards. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this part up so that we don't waste any time. And then I will read the cards for you so we can see what we see. So let's get going. Okay, so I spread out all your cards, and with the main cards with the clarifiers, we will pull more, we'll pull oracle cards in a second, but I just kind of wanted to talk about this and how it ties into this image that's been coming up. So let's just start here and we'll move through here. And just remember that this is not a personal reading. There's a collective watching, and it's also timeless, so that could be a collective that's watching later on as well, or earlier. So, all right, so what I'm seeing right away is this cat. And looking at this fish in the bowl, and the fish does not look happy. The fish is like too big for this bowl, right? You can see that. And this is like a big burden for somebody. Like they're trying to carry this big load on their back and everything, and it's just too much. I can see this is too much. This fish is too much for this bowl. But this cat's sitting here saying, should I eat you? Should I not eat you? Should I play with you? Should I tease you? So I feel like because we have this image here of this like, and the song saying, I want to break free with the spider here. It's almost like the cat represents this person who's the spider who captured this person, but the cocoon is too tight. The bowl is too small for the fish. And I feel like you might have like broken free or breaking free from this, like almost like a cage and everything. And it could be a mental cage, it could be an emotional cage, something like that. But somebody who has very effectively in the past kept you kind of contained, kept your focus kind of contained. But that's, I can see in the reading here, and I'll show you, this is over. So, you know, and at this point I'm seeing kind of like this person still circling, you know, circling you and everything, but breaking free. This person's really protected because I see this big red dragon up here. And to me, dragons are protectors generally. And this person's got their wand activated and everything, and they want to like do some more spell work or some more slander or whatever it is they're doing to try to keep this person in the bowl, but no more. And it's this person now is protected, the one who was captured. So, and also, I feel like you or whomever this reading is for is also seeing that what they really want is a true love. They want a true partnership. You have two people holding hands here, and they're two kitties here, and they're making the heart shape with their tails, which is very cute. Yeah, and see, Ace of Pentacles is about, in this case, this is going to be about wanting to make a new investment. You want to invest differently because investing in whomever this person was or whatever this situation was a big burden. So you moved on, and it's clarified by the tower here. And the tower is all about pulling things down, destroying it. And she's got her wand activated. So that means, she did it on purpose. She tore that tower down. And the tower represents this old structure that doesn't work anymore. So whatever you were trapped in, maybe it was a person you were trapped in a relationship with, perhaps it was, a job or a living situation of some sort, or an illness, maybe, because we do have the healing card over here. So it could be something like that. It could have been a combination of those things, and it was not pleasant, and you felt trapped. So she's purposely taking down this tower and saying, see you later, and burning it to the ground. And because she wants to make a new investment and is looking at, really getting into a true relationship, a true partnership, not one where one dominates over the other, right? You want something that's equal and fair. And it's sitting right next to this World card, which is clarifying the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups, they're a very compassionate leader. This is somebody who is friendly and loyal. This is somebody who's empathetic, so they do actually care about other people. And so I can see that you're coming into your own, or you've been coming into your own, and you've been ending things that don't work. She's letting go of that hat. It's going with the wind, and she's like, whatever, I don't need the hat anymore. It's an old hat. I'm going to get a new hat later anyway. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my little Mai Tai with my little kitty here on the beach. And it's no coincidence that that watery kind of feeling, the emotional balance, is laying over the card of emotional balance, which is the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups has stars here in the sky. You can see that next to where his castle is. And when I say he or she, it's not specifically to a gender. It's just let it happen. It can be female or male, I guess that's what I'm saying, or anything in between. So the star here is clarifying this King of Cups. So the stars are all tied in here. And this card is definitely about healing. It can be, it can have a few other meanings, like being an influencer and things like that. But in this case, I really feel like, that you have overcome some sort of perhaps illness, or you've gotten away from something that makes you feel ill, or imbalanced, or things like that. And you've found your balance again, and you've healed and done the inner work, which is excellent, which is leading to this lovely layout right here. Okay, so you have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the same card, the Ten of Pentacles. And Ten of Pentacles is about generational wealth. You've got a lot of pentacles in this whole reading, by the way, so there's a lot of money involved. So the Ten of Pentacles represents like security. There might be an inheritance involved. You're leaving a legacy. There could be like a windfall of money, or multiple windfalls of money. This is living in privilege and being very, very stable. So that is clarifying the same thing. You see all the kitties and the doggies and the people and their children and their children's children, et cetera, et cetera. So this is really happy. And interestingly enough, this is, it's clarified by the Four of Cups. So this person who was in your past, I feel like, or whatever situation was it a boss, or maybe it was a lover or something like that, who had been trying to keep you trapped. They're like drinking a lot. They're sad. They're depressed. That was abusive, right? And other people are seeing it as well. They're seeing what this person is going through, and they keep serving them drinks anyway. I guess they feel bad for them, like, drink it away. I don't know. But what's interesting is, and I got to show you this. See how there's a kitty cat up here, and there's a fishbowl with a fish in it? So what this makes me think of is that maybe they're being watched now, this person who tried to dominate you, or whomever this reading is for. So either they're being watched now, and the roles have reversed, or they're thinking about, you know, this person that they had trapped and abused and you know, treated so badly, and it's really upsetting for them because they lost this Ten of Pentacles, right? They lost this because they decided to act like this, and so but there's nothing they can do about it now. They've lost it. It's up on a shelf. It's old news. It's in the past, right? Because it was closed out here with the World and the Tower. So then we have the King of Pentacles here, and the most significant thing about this card that I always like is that this person knows their value. They know that they're valuable. They know they deserve that glass of wine. They know they deserve their pentacles and their abundance and their beautiful, you know, manor in the background, their mansion, and they've got their cake, their big chocolate, delicious cake. That sounds really good right now. The King of Pentacles is also, they're very practical. They're careful with money and things like that. They know how to balance finances. And it's interesting because it's laying over and clarifying the sun, which is about material wealth and material happiness, I should say, because wealth does not always equate to happiness. But in this case, it's about happiness. So, you know, and this is a good, joyous outcome. It's success. You know, this is prosperity and contentment, which definitely would follow having the Ten of Pentacles. And, you know, it's clarified by the Eight of Cups. So through your life, even if you make it, even if you've got everything in your life balanced, there will be things that come up that you will have to deal with and kind of grow through. And that means you just have to keep walking away from the things that don't make you happy, that are unfulfilling, that are false promises, deceptive people, things like that. So it's just, now you're much better at it. So you're like, yeah, I'm just going to take my stuff and go, take my kitty and go. And then you have the Page of Pentacles here, and this is a very creative person, and they're on a journey. So to me, I can see that there are a lot of castles in here. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have. Anyway, you know, they're going on a new journey. Maybe they want to go to this castle over here, that castle over there. You know, maybe they, you know, there's just like a lot of options for this person, which is really, really nice. But they're very optimistic. They are active, optimistic, and they're finding their passion again, which is wonderful. That is overlaying the Chariot, which is about movement. It's about fast movement. It could be about travel. It's about keeping your, you know, being clear on your goals and having victory and moving towards those goals and removing any obstacles. So, you know, this kitty is, you know, clearly handicapped. The back legs don't work, and so they have this attachment here with wheels. And they've healed because they've earned this like vest of stars, which ties into the star, which is about healing, right? So they're moving past this obstacle, whatever this, I mean, because so you might still have some damage left over from what that was. It could be like PTSD. It could be just a lack of trust, maybe some cynicism. It could be also that you were very unhealthy. Maybe someone was like doing hexing or something like that to cause you pain or something like that. But whatever it was, slander, anything that was damaging, you've well moved past that, and you've turned it into something that works for you, and you're overcoming all of these obstacles regardless, which is beautiful. So that really makes me happy. And then it's clarified by another Pentacle card. So the Queen of Pentacles also knows her worth. She is very wealthy. She is luxurious. She is also a loyal person. So loyalty, right? She's very earthy, and she has a lot of status. So you're moving towards, and it's sitting right into the star cards. So this could be that you're moving towards being a major influencer of some sort. That might be for another reading, but that's quite possible as well. But it's because you've done all this healing and you've moved past, you know, this person who wanted to keep you trapped and in a little fishbowl, keep you smaller than you are. So don't allow people to do that. And you know that now. You said, you're like, she's walking away here from these cups, and she's saying these cups are not big enough for me anymore. They're not enough. They don't have the juice in it that I want. So this is really excellent. Now I'm going to draw a little bit more on here. And so before, you were like kind of being watched over by this person who's kind of kept you, this spider that kept you trapped. I don't, the spider's kind of let's make her a little fatter, because she's eaten quite a few, you know, people that she's caught before. But you're different because you have broken free from whatever this construct is, this trap. And I think, you know, because it's a Halloween image, I might at some point like just add some candles or something like that, because, you know, you are finding the way, you're finding the light. You're finding your light and you're moving forward. Maybe a couple candles, huh? Yeah, that might be fun. You found the light, you know, your generational wealth. You have found your way to heal and work with the things that happened to you and take what you learned and turn it into something really valuable. Spiderwebs are fun to draw. I've actually drawn several before. And it really, you know, especially the Halloween ones, you can make them kind of rickety and, you know, kind of parts hanging off and everything like that, which is fun. So that's going to be a fun one to finish, and I'll show you at the end. So let's get some oracle cards. Now we kind of see what's going on. All right, what do we need to see for this collective, please? What's been fine? Well, that's exactly what you did. Okay, hold on. Let me pull the two other ones before I get ahead of myself here. All right, what does this collective need to know, please? Yep. Okay, and one more. Well, look at that. Yeah, this is just clarifying more what we talked about. Okay, so it says library. Take control of your own narrative. Yeah, see, so there's like a puppet master here. There's someone who's like, someone's being controlled, was being controlled by a puppet master, right? But we know that you've moved past that because you see how she is taking the sword and she's cutting her hair. You know, it says make the change. So you did make the change because you don't want to be caught in this fishbowl anymore, or be, you know, puppeteered by somebody who just wants to dominate and control you. You know, like they get off on that or something. And so you're just she's, you know, hair can represent a lot of different things, but you know, obviously she's been working on her hair for a long time and letting it grow, and she's realizing that it's weighing her down now. It's too heavy. So now she's cutting it so she can lighten her load and have a new look and move forward and move on to her feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. So remember when we had this card here? This guy is sitting here, this King of Pentacles, and he's drinking his wine, and see, she's got wine here, and he's got chocolate cake, a feast, and, you know, so again, it's emphasizing and reiterating, you know, that she's taken control of her life, and she has created generational wealth through her healing. And look at this. You see the spider web here? So the spider doesn't control her anymore. She is in charge of her space now. There's another spider web here. They might be all around her. This person might be watching her very closely, you know, just wishing they could, you know, control her again. But she's like, dude, no way. Right? So, okay. Now let's see what your obstacles are. Good for you, by the way, for breaking free from this. I know what it's like to have someone manipulate you on a really deep level. And, you know, it can be really difficult to break away sometimes because they have you so locked up in your head and you think you love them and blah, blah, blah. And they, you know, manipulate your emotions to get certain results. And they're just feeding off of you. That's what, like, narcissists do, for instance, is they feed off of people by manipulating them. So, but you've been healing up and doing the inner work, so this is going to be really hard for someone else to do this to you. Okay, what are the obstacles for this collective, please? Four of Swords. What else, please? Obstacles. Interesting. Two cards. Oh, no, that's a different one. Okay, hold on. And one more, please. Oh, obstacles that this collective has to deal with right now. The Chariot again. Jeez. Okay. All right, so you've already had the King of Cups and the Chariot. The Four of Swords is a new one. So the Four of Swords, that is a need to retreat, to meditate, to pull back. It also could be that you've been dealing with a lot of anxiety. So you're finding ways, you know, maybe it's been hard to kind of relax into the idea that you can be abundant and safe, like someone's not messing with you anymore. So there might be a bit of cynicism, feeling a bit jaded, and a need to like continue to go inward to get your answers. pull back and get the bigger picture, because sometimes we get too involved in things and there's too much drama. So pulling back, maybe shutting off social media for a day or four. And, there's a need for recovery. So I can see you're still healing something, but we will get some solutions in a second. So, in this case, the King of Cups, which is this very, usually the King of Cups is like a very compassionate person, but I feel like you've been wounded in such a way that, people have taken advantage of you one too many times, and it hurt really deeply. So you're really cautious about who you're going to be sharing your emotions with, your deeper emotions. So there might be a need right now to kind of keep things to yourself a bit, but uh, have first and foremost, have empathy for yourself. Have kindness towards yourself. Really watch that inner talk and everything, because it's just like it's all going to bleed over into everybody else if you don't take care of like how you feel about yourself first. And this is part of the healing. This is also forgiving yourself, forgiving others, of course, but forgive yourself first and foremost, so that you can live with yourself, so that you can be like, okay, I love myself. I can live with myself. I know I might have messed up in the past. We all do, because we all have flaws, all of us. But maybe there are a few little nooks and crannies where things are still caught up, where you need to kind of clear that out and look at it and say, okay, I see what happened here, and I'll do better now. And I forgive myself for this. And I also forgive these other people who did these nasty little things to me. I forgive them and let them go, and let them go for yourself, not for them. Right. So you might be finding that you're kind of cloistering yourself a bit lately, because these two cards together is kind of telling me that. Maybe the obstacle is to trying to get out more, because you're kind of like leery of other people and what their motives are, because people have switched up on you so much. Yeah, and just not interested in any mind games. And then we have the Chariot, which we had over here, right? So this is getting past the obstacles. So you might still have a few obstacles that you're getting past, maybe in the material realm, although this is a unicorn that we're looking at, and that's not really of the material realm. So there might be some more internal work, and I see stars up here. So there's more healing, a little bit more healing, and that ties in with these other two cards. So let's see. Let's get some answers with the oracle cards. So what are the best things this collective can do to get the best results, please? Okay, another one, please. Best thing this collective can do to get the best results. Okay, and one more. Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, you just need to get really, really clear on your goals, which, and you have the Chariot twice, which is also about like, keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on your goals. So this is saying arrow, it's focus. This is about focus. So there are all these arrows in the background and everything going every which way. Be clear about where your arrow is going, though, and why it's going there. So get really clear on things as much as possible, even if that means you need to do like a hokey, vision board or something like that, where you pin up different things that represent what you actually want to manifest in life. This is a good time to do that. So just be really clear about what you want and why, and keep your eyes focused on that, not on all the pain and the things that you have done in the past, because you are healing and that takes time. So also then you have we have knowledge here. So I would say that this is a need to educate yourself a little bit further on certain things, certain aspects maybe of your career. We had a lot of pentacles throughout here, so it might be that you need a little bit more knowledge about money or things like that. Educate yourself however you need to, or whatever your focus is. You really need to look into it more. You need to get more educated on whatever that is, because it's no coincidence it's pointing to that. And then over here you have Ogam, which is going out into nature. Ogam is an ancient writing system. I believe it's Irish. It's really, really, really old, where there would like be scratch marks on trees and things like that to indicate certain messages that needed to be conveyed. And so this card always talks about, to me, it talks about going out into nature and really observing the details of nature, because somehow this is going to be very inspiring for you. And it could be too that the knowledge that you're seeking doesn't necessarily come from a book. It could come from something that you find in nature. Maybe you just need to explore a little bit more, or maybe you need the sun to shine in your face a bit more. And maybe expose your eyes a little bit. Don't look directly at the sun, obviously, you know this, but just somehow expose your face or your eyes to the sun a bit. I have to remember to do that too, because I generally don't go out into the sun too much. But there's a need to do that, and maybe to go into the forest and just really feel the energy there. Maybe you have a strong affinity for the Fae also, and they might have some messages for you, or the trees might. It was interesting because I was just watching Lord of the Rings the other day again, and there's the scene with the Ents, the tree herders, the big Ents that talk and everything like that. And for some reason, this is coming to mind because I watched that. So there might be some messages out there for you. I'd say that would definitely a message. There's a message in nature. All right, let's pull a final card. And we'll wrap this reading up, and then I'm going to go finish this drawing, and you can see it at the end of the video. So here we go. So any final messages, please, for this collective? What does this collective need to know? Any final messages? These are my Halloween cards. Go trick-or-treating. That's not what it means, but it does say trick-or-treat. All right, another one, please. Message for this collective, please. All right, another one, please. This collective, something they need to know. All right. Oh, that's nice. Good. Okay, yeah, see, things are going to work. They're working out. And this is wonderful. So this one's saying go out and play. Go, maybe if you get a chance to go to a costume party or something like that for Halloween, do that, or just dress up for Halloween. Just do something fun, or go somewhere, go to a party, like have some fun. So carve a pumpkin, be playful, and that's really going to be good for you. And this is a skull of stars, so stars always tie into the star. This is a healing, but you have infinite possibilities is what it's saying. So there's, really don't limit yourself. Don't say, oh, this dream is too big. It's not. No, you may or may not make it there, but at least you can enjoy the journey along the way because you're having fun, right? So just know that you are infinite. You're infinite. You're part of an infinite construct. You are part of the divine, part of the infinite, and this is not your only life. So just remember that you can do what you want and set your goals now, and just enjoy the ride. And this again is reiterating that. It's saying it's barmbrack. So a barmbrack was like a bread that had like prizes in it and things like that. And so it's saying sweetness and synergy. So things will naturally fall together the way they need to, as long as you're, just enjoying your life and everything, and knowing that you don't need to put any kind of limitations on, your own mind, your own imagination. Maybe the 3D world is kind of limiting sometimes, but your imagination in the 5D is unlimited. You can be or have whatever you want there. And there's a reason why we were, given imaginations, because we're co-creating. So co-create with sweetness, co-create with happiness, fun, synergy, things like that, and knowing that you are infinite. So I hope that was helpful. This was fun for me. I always enjoy doing this, and the reason I do it is to provide some guidance and messages that hopefully are helping the collective that are watching. And I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and that your autumn is really beautiful, and that you do happen to have some fun, and that's definitely one of my goals right now as well. So until next time, thank you for being here. Oh, and like and subscribe if you like what I do here, and it helps the channel grow. So bye-bye.